Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Got it. 42, Mike, 42. And watch the line. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go. Shift. Set hut.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Rolling to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Check it back.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
All day, dog. 80 weapons. 80 weapons.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
It's our time. 42's the mark. 42's the mark.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete here.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Leonard Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come on, fellas. Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. 4-2. Don't get nervous. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's crashing. 50.
Rodgers now to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down.
Matchbox, right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
42's the mark. 42's the mark. Rabbit. Start Mike 42, Mike 42. He runs. 42's the mark, 42's the mark. Here we go, team. Set, go.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Go. Watch the slide. Motion.
Stepping. And a loose football. Oh, and now some space to operate. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jeff Swaim, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think the key to that play was them understanding and knowing that once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. To throw, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he goes out right around the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. The first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The open man is Westbrook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, exit.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Rodgers with a keeper. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down, Packers.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Spins past him. Caught by Jones. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Come on, set. 60, orange.
SOS.
General, west.
SOS.
They're going to look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
42 the mark, boys. 42. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
H3, 218, chopper. Mike's 4-2. Blue down. Watch that. Ready, go.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Hey, Mike's 42. 66. Bullet high.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
And the Jaguars first down.
Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Check, 42's the mic. Recon, 132 fight. I got one.
2nd and 14. Forced out to his left. Incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
Back to throw here. Caught here by Conley. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 6. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's get it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Hey, 626.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. 80 weapon, 80 weapon.
Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
You got nothing. Yep. Motion. Mike 42, Mike 42. Topper. Coming. Wide. Get wide.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.